What's up, race fans? My name is Owen, and welcome back to the Bent Fender podcast. And in this one, I will be reviewing the Martinsville race. So, a couple things before we start. Chase Elliott is back in the car after 6 races being away. So Cody Ware, who was out for personal reasons last week, has been suspended indefinitely after he was arrested. So filling in for Ware this week is Zane Smith. Also, Anthony Alfredo is filling in for BJ McLeod this week. And Joey Logano had to go to the rear for unapproved adjustments. So, now on to the race. So stage 1 was 80 laps. Ryan Preece and Daniel Suarez were on the front row. Ryan Preece takes the initial lead, and he leads all the way through stage 1. Nothing really interesting happened. Everyone was being polite to each other. So at the end of stage 1, there were 5 cars laps down. So stage 2 was 100 laps. Ryan Preece won the race off pit road, and there were a couple penalties. So Zane Smith got a speeding penalty, and both Kyle Busch and Chris Buescher got equipment interference penalties. So after a little while later, Harrison Burton goes around, and that brings out the first caution of the race. Ryan Preece wins the race off pit road. But Ryan Preece, Martin Truex Jr., and Bubba Wallace all get speeding penalties. So after that, Ross Chastain leads. Then Kevin Harvick takes the lead, and Kevin Harvick ends up winning stage 2. At the end of stage 2, there are also 5 cars laps down. On to the third and final stage, which was 220 laps. Chase Briscoe won the race off pit road. Then Denny Hamlin takes the lead. Then a green flag pit stop start. Then Keselowski takes the lead. Then AJ Allmendinger has a too fast entering penalty. After that, Daniel Suarez takes the lead. Then Anthony Alfredo loses a rear tire, bringing out the second caution of the race. Everyone on the broadcast saw the tire on the track, but NASCAR didn't wave the yellow flag until like 3 laps later or something like that. So I kind of can't blame them, because the tire was like up against the wall kind of at the corner, and it was at an awkward angle for like the flag guy to see, but like if he just had the broadcast there, he definitely could have seen the tire on the track. So a little bit unprofessional for NASCAR, but not really penalizing them this time. After that, Eric Jones got a improper fueling penalty. Then Daniel Suarez wins the race off pit road. Chase Briscoe leads. Then J.J. Yeley slams the wall, bringing out the third and final caution. And Yeley is the only car out of the race, because he hit pretty hard. I think his brakes failed or something failed, but Yeah. He went in hard. Went into the wall hard there. So after that, Kyle Larson wins the race off pit road after taking 2 tires. Kevin Harvick had to pit again because his tire shredded, and also he lost the tire nut or whatever that's called. So after that, Joey Logano leads, but then Kyle Larson takes the lead, and Kyle Larson just ran away with it at the end. So Kyle Larson wins the Martinsville spring race. And so the top 5 were Kyle Larson, Joey Logano, Martin Truex Jr., Denny Hamlin, and Chase Briscoe. A couple other notable finishers, Chase Elliott in 10th, being his first race back, getting a top 10, not bad. And Ryan Preece, who dominated the early stage, came back to finish 15th. And yeah, all in all, this race wasn't the most entertaining. It was definitely a strategy race more than a like more than a typical race, but some people like it. Me, I'm not the biggest fan of just boring racing, but there was a lot of bumping and banging going around, but that's typical for Martinsville. So I'll probably give this race a 7 out of 10. Wasn't too exciting, but yeah. So, thank you all for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, as well as go check out my other 2 channels, one being my main channel of Fan Rantan, where I do Pokemon pack openings, Lego builds, and gaming content. And the second one, where me and my friends play Dungeons and Dragons, that is called Drunkards and Dumbasses. You can also find that under the Boundless Shores. So, please go check those out. And join me next week while I review Talladega. So, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.